Fuck. There we go. Nice.
When it has been years since anyone's heard anything but static and white noise on the radio, who could still believe we're not alone on this earth? My wife, my comrades from the Order, my friends.
Oh yeah. Shut up, you. Graphics card. good.
Damn watchman broke through. Workers are done for.
Keep your weapon trained on the open. If anything comes through, shoot.
Oh, cool.
Attention! The turntable is switching on.
See the exit.
Escorts can rest till tomorrow. Just let me go. We'll kill her sooner than the rest. Continue. Cut it out, Yermak. You know the rules. Rules? What rules? You're shooting people like dogs. You don't push your luck, old-timer. They aren't people. They're spies. They're spies. Just old women and children? Really? Shut the fuck up now. Put him in a cell. He needs time to cool his head.
Huh.
Well, I knew I could expect anything from the old timer. Shouting at the captain? That's too much.
Isn't he just drunk out of his mind? All the train drivers make moonshine. They always have fire going there after all.
Oh, shut up. If life hit you as hard as it hit that man, you'd fucking hang yourself.
What happened to him?
His daughter died. And she was the reason he took the damn job. Yeah, shooting squads and a prey.
As good a job as any.
For an ass like you, maybe. But not for that old timer. He has principles, you see.
Well, he should have stayed true to them. Maybe then his daughter would still be alive.
That's exactly what he did. But his daughter had TB, untreatable. And our guys told him they'd cure her. That's how he got hooked, as he told me. First, they had him transport railroad repair crews. And then switch to the Sharon route. He took issue, but was reminded of his daughter.
So now he has nothing to fear.
So now, he has nothing to live for. God forbid you ever outlive your children, boy. God forbid.
I understand.
The fuck you do. Alright, let's just shut up for now.
Just about enough of your whining, you old fart!
You're heading straight for the ravine if you don't shut up.
Now listen, if you come out of here, we won't accept this shit again. Okay?
Animals. How can they? What can I do? The mutant? Watchman! A human? How did you... Oh my God. It's you she's been screaming about. Alive! You came for her. All right. I'll help. Finally, I'll be of some use. Okay, they took the girl to the base chief for interrogation. I can't take you to the main entrance. Too many guards. But we may sneak in from the back. Let's go. Don't rush, though. If they notice you, we're both done for. Wait. You'd better not walk into the light. Let's do it this way. You sneak to the lighting panel and disable it while I distract them.
happening? It's the fucking breaker again.
Looks like they didn't finish the repairs at the generator, Sergeant.
Sanya, go tell the workers. Have them check. Oh, you turned quite civil again.
Don't rush.
So you can use your head after all.
Move crouched. It's quieter that way. See that ladder? Try sneaking to it now. Stay close to the wall.
Yermak, is that you? What are you mumbling? Come here and help me fix this. Yes, sir. Got me already.
At least climbing down ladders is easier compared to last night.
This should be nothing for you. There's a failure at the generators. You should see it.
Yeah, I totally need you to tell me what I should do. Better fix this line here.
Everything is under
Come
control.
on, move
Don't
it.
sweat.
You bag of bones.
Yeah, right. Under control. By the way, what happened to the workers they sent to fix that pipe?
You'll have to take him down. Can you do it quietly?
Business, that's what. What are you even doing standing here?
What's with that mumbling?
Everyone's got to ask questions.
I got the memory problem, you see.
Yeah.
Wait. Turn that light off. Let's go. Wait a moment. Wait. Great. Now throw it. Well done. Let's go. Come.
Hey!
Go through. Come on.
Hey!
This system supplies air for the command center. It's not that large, actually. Wait for the moment and go through. I will, of course, do what I can, but I'm not much of a fighter, as you could guess. Good luck to you.
You're dead now. You're all dead. No matter who you are. Dad will...
Shut it, Parker.
When he learns what you've done to our children. To these civilians. These people are from our city, aren't they? They came from Moscow looking for us. And we never even saw them. Because you killed them all. Women, children. My dad will never...
Don't you think he knows? Don't you think your dad is in on it all? He's training our people. Who could do it better?
Not what? What is this place? What are those towers? Why did you shoot my Artyom? Why?
Nobody wanted him dead. You two would get some lashes and be given back to milk. Why does that idiot have a big nose into his hand? You better shut up and you don't know that moment too. Shut up! Who the fuck are you?
Artyom!
Surmyadin! Alert! You fucker!
Artyom! Oh my god! You're alive! Alive! Are you hurt? Hunter's badge? It stopped the bullet!
Take this, bitch!
Don't move!
Attention. Control units damaged.
Morons! We're at war! One that won't be enough for you now, you
What is this
imbeciles.
equipment?
This is the universal broadband radio jammer.
What?
It stops Moscow from hearing anyone, and them from hearing us.
Emergency shutdown.
Shit!
Commencement.
This fucking sucks.
Damn.
Do you hear that, Artyom? You were right all along. Do you see? It's not just Russia out there. It's the whole world. Oh my God.
Damn, America.
What for?
Because the war is still going on, and you behave like fucking kids! Alarm!
All the guards will be here soon.
Don't shoot!
Artyom?
I'm with him. I'm with you. Is this yours? They just left it sitting there. We must get out before they recover.
Get ready, people.
Guards! You have to go sneak through the courtyard. Take the door the guards are coming through. Here, quick! Let's go!
All unauthorized...
Who are you?
Andrei Ivanovich Yermak, the train engineer. Run now! Just get to that hangar, and then God willing, I'll get you out of here. They know me, so I'll get there easily.
Why are you helping us, Andrei Ivanovich?
I had... I guess I'll tell you later. I hope...
Hey, guys,
Be
what's
careful.
going on? Hey! Hey!
Artyom, I see the enemy. Give me a boost. Can't really see well with the snowstorm. Don't forget your visibility gauge, Artyom.
If you don't move too fast and don't come out into the light, you'll be harder for them to notice. Don't turn your flashlight on either, they could notice. Artyom, incoming two of them. I'll give you some cover from above.
Them spies is still keep looking for us. An old hag and a fucking team? Those were some mighty spies there, my friend. Yeah, sure. And then they just walked in here all by themselves, did they? A chopper brought them and then scooted. Oh, yeah. Agent Hag reporting. Naturally, they're pretending to be civilians. You rookies all think you know everything after a week of service. Yeah, I don't know shit, I know. This place looks clear. Good. Freezing to death here. Got the shivers. Nah, we can survive the cold. Something else gives me the shivers, though. Tell me, why are we here? Why? I guess to guard the back door. Exactly. And how are we supposed to guard it with this garbage? Well, our good guns are gathering down back home. They spin if there's wind, or don't if there's no. What's the point in actually going there? Don't give me that, Grigori. The enemy strikes where you don't expect. It's an alert, after all. That's true, I guess. Do you remember the time we had a short station? The Northwest wasn't covered for days. You could hear signals from the outside. That means they could hear us too. So what were those signals about? What could you hear before Demi came back? See what? Down here.
Attention! The command center came under enemy attack. The attackers are assumed to still be on the base territory.
Artyom, I'm changing position.
All unauthorized persons are to be fired upon
Well
immediately.
done, you're almost at the
Civilian
hangar.
personnel movement is
Smooth sailing from
prohibited
here.
until further notice. Attention! The jamming system is coming back online.
We're inside. You can take the mask off, Artyom. Now we have to find Yermak. Artyom, they got Yermak. What? We have to get closer. If you get closer, I'll distract them while you rescue the old man. Artyom, try going down that ladder ahead. Just be careful.
I'm telling you, there was a noise from behind the gate. There's nothing up in Yermak.
Yes, sir. Mika's watching him. Captain, sir, if I may have permission to speak, this Yermak...
Group A, report your status.
What the hell is this? Gotta tell maintenance.
Group D, continue patrolling the hangar. Group A, check the courtyard and generator room. Communications were lost there.
Damn, how many guards do they have?
They just had to attack now, these fuckers. Now I'll be stuck here for at least a week longer. It's been over a month already.
Hey, what's up with all that noise?
Well, go outside and check.
Fuck! What if it's demons?
I said they'd make all that noise about demons.
Group D, redeploy to the wind turbine zone.
You can sneak ahead. No need to play heroes for a change. Let's wait till they walk off.
I repeat, Group D redeploy to the wind turbine zone immediately. Group B is under heavy attack from
We're on
Watchmen.
high alert. Civilians aren't allowed to just walk around now.
Does that mean you're going to ready the train for me?
What's the matter with you today? Why do you even want to do that now? You only had an outing for tomorrow, and it's bound to be cancelled now. Just stay put for now. We'll have to have a long talk later about breaking the rules.
All clear.
Am I glad to see you here?
Are you all right?
I'm fine, thank you. All right. We don't have much time. They'll be back. I'll go to the engine. It should be ready now. You go up there and
Come on,
switch the
Artyom.
turntable mechanism on. And please, be careful. We could easily have the whole base on us.
More guards! Get them! Artyom, we've no time. Turn it on.
Alert! All groups, to the hangar!
Visual on the enemy!
was intense. Are you okay?
Hey, there's a manual drive on the platform. It's hard to
Artyom, more guards. Get them. Let's do this together. Just a little. Yes. Run!
Kill them!
Come on! Yes!
Come here, quick!
They're going to ram the gate!
You should put the masks on. The seals might be damaged.
We did it! Yeah!
Shit.
We apprehended the engineer with 2 accomplices. Over.
Roger that, base. Over. All right, shoot these 2. And as for the engineer...
What do you mean, shoot these 2?
Don't you dare give me lip, soldier!
There, the Colonel will give you a piece of his mind now. Colonel, sir, we have a situation here. Anna!
Dad! Guys! It's us! Help us!
What the hell?
Artyom! What are you doing here? Talk about
Colonel, this will mean court-martial for all of you.
All right, everyone, shut up! I can't believe this. Just can't. Shit!
So this is true? You're working for them? The bastards shot Artyom!
Be quiet! How did you end up here? Ah, it doesn't matter. You have no idea what you just stuck your heads in. We've no moves left. Hansa can't take this line
No
down.
shit,
The watchers
Sherlock.
won't let
No,
them.
I won't be quiet! What is this jammer for? Why are they hiding the fact that Moscow didn't survive alone? There, in the ravine, there are people from other cities, dead! All
Everyone
of them,
shut up!
women, children!
I'll tell you all later. Everything. Gramps, what's going on out there? Down this road?
The road is fine, at least until 100 click mark.
Is there a safe place to stop nearby?
Of course. We have to make haste though. They called the cruiser.
All right, gentlemen. Artyom and Anna have just made a huge mess, and they can't go back to Moscow now. The wartime legislation dictates they be killed. In any case, I have to get them out of town until it all blows over. But you all should stay.
Yeah.
Hear me, Major? My people are in no way related to
It's not my
this
call, and you know it.
misunderstanding at the
I'll
jam.
fight for the guys no matter what.
Of course, Artyom, Anna, they are with
The
us.
orderlies, no one behind.
All right, Spartans. Throw these overboard and full steam ahead.
Come with me, Artyom. Let's catch some air. I'm so glad the boys supported us. It looks like my father didn't say a word to them about this either. We spent 20 years in Metro, thinking the rest of the world was burnt to a crisp in the war. But they just circled Moscow with those jammers, and we were none the wiser. How perfect of them! While you were getting irradiated on the surface, my father just kept lying! Lying to you, to me, to everyone! The whole fucking world! And not even batting an eye!
Yes, sir.
Dad! They caught up!
engine immediately and come out with your hands above your head. Oh my god. That was just a warning. If you do not comply, we will shoot to kill.
Fuck me, that's some armor. And look at all the machine guns.
Happy now? Is this what you were hoping
How is
for?
this his fault? You knew everything and never said
Shit!
Stop the engine immediately.
Oh fuck, are you okay? Yeah, just a scratch.
Okay, we'll stop them. But I must warn you, our brakes are not in great condition. Yermak, start slowing down. Let them think we are surrendering.
Ah, finally some good sense. Now, keep braking to a stop.
Well, grenades will barely scratch their paint, so
How about from the inside?
not enough explosives. Unless we put everything we have in their firebox. Please, let me do it, Colonel, sir.
I will be appointing the volunteers here. Artyom will do it.
Why Artyom?
Because he started it all, and he better do something about it. Artyom, leap over as soon as we slow down. I will distract him in the meantime.
Plastic explosives.
Is that you, Yato?
Cut this shit, Miller. There's nowhere to go. You've never been out here. We have.
We weren't going to go far, just out of town for a bit till the excitement quiets down. And you just opened fire. Will you let us go if we stop?
I have to detain you and bring you back to face trial. You do understand the charges you're facing, right? Desertion. Treason.
Are you fucking kidding me? Me? A traitor?
You tell me, where are you taking that train, huh? On a simple joyride? No, I see only one answer. You've been spot and you're running back to your master.
So the verdict has already been passed. We won't even see a trial.
Cut that shit out. What are you carrying, man? Defense plans? You want to buy yourself a seaside retirement without life, you damn cripple?
Plans? Treason? We have served you people without question for years. We have spilled our blood for the cause.
You sold out. They destroyed us and you...
I have been a soldier my whole life. I have dedicated my life to my people, my country. But I'll be damned if I give it to parasites like you.
Assholes stole an engine of ours and are trying to escape Moscow. So we are after them.
Hey, man, escape? Where to? There's nothing around.
Damn, you are great. There are lots of things around we are just not supposed to know. But those ass clowns seem to know enough.
Are you? Damn.
Here. We've been around for even half as long as I have. You get to see stuff. Well, it's all secret, sure, but they don't send officers to do cleanups alone. What do you mean cleanups? Dirty business, that. No men, women, even children. Why was it? Why? Do you think spies only come as handsome guys in tuxedos? These people can play me. Walk around without raising suspicion. And if they report back that we are still here, boom! There's another 10 negatives dropped on Moscow, and no missile ship to save us this time.
But still, women and children.
Hey, you never saw those kids, man. In this world, it is either us or them. And I'm watching after my own. I guess.
We're getting closer. Units are made at the ready. Units are made. Attention.
Time's up, Colonel Miller. Easy. We are slowing down. But the brakes on this thing are busted.
Don't sweat it, Colonel. My people will help you handle it.
On my mark! On the count of 3!
Get ready to hit the brake.
Heads up! Enemy on the train!
You motherfucker! Now you've done it!
shooting you personally through your forehead, you damn rebel! Forget about visible targets! These are the fire and well!
They're going to tear us to pieces!
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! I'm just a stalker. I'm not with you. They made me. Just slow down.
Hold on!
Oh, hell yeah!
Oh my god, Artyom! Thank goodness you're okay!
Now we are not just traitors. We are honest to God enemy saboteurs.
We stopped 100 clicks from Moscow to check our Geiger counters. The thing is, they are all in the green, as if they're in a conspiracy. Still, this amazing piece of news doesn't really impress anyone that much. The guys are all confused as to what to do next. And I'm just waiting for answers. And hoping the commander, whom until recently I trusted implicitly, is going to be extremely persuasive in his reasoning.
Why their own faces?
We are at a crossroads, so to speak, where everybody can help but wonder. What next? Where do we go from here?
Yes, more or less what I expected from you. But you got the picture. So, is your counter functioning? Have you checked it?
Yes, it's all green. Double checked it. Stepan's in the green too. We don't need masks here.
So, they were telling the truth.
Who was telling the truth? Why won't you answer? Who were those people trying to kill us? Why would they shoot at you, the Order's commander? Explain something, at least. You owe us that.
Well, I might as well drop the bomb now. The war did not end.
What do you mean, did not end?
Let me finish. Most of our cities are destroyed. The rest of the country is probably under enemy occupation. To avoid new nuclear attacks against us, Command chose the only viable course of action: to play dead.
Shit.
To ensure radio silence, the SHIELD system was created. A network of radio jammers covering Moscow and suburbs. So that some radio enthusiasts wouldn't bring more bombs down on our heads by whining on air. And it's one of these jammers that got disabled by the hands of those present here.
Could you not have shared that before? Say, before Artyom took that radio outside and caught all that radiation?
No! I only got briefed half year ago. Under a strict, you talk, you die policy. And then had to tell my people we were securing a weather station.
Sir, with all due respect, if we can't go back, Maybe we should advance and move on?
I have an idea, but... Artyom, rather than carrying on with this silent disapproval of yours, check the airwaves. We should be out of the jamming range by now. So give it your best try. Look for transmissions from the Ark. Do you understand now why we are traitors in the eyes of command? We shut down a jamming station, shot up the guards, destroyed a patrol train, and ran away from Moscow. Who even needs a trial when the case is so clear?
Oh, cool.
There's no way back now. Which means we have to continue moving forward.
Command, what are you talking about?
The Moscow Defense Command. Have you ever heard of the Invisible Watchers?
I have, but they're just an urban legend.
Not at all. They are command.
Are you sure they care for more than just protecting their asses? You mentioned the Ark. What's that all about?
If Artyom finds their signal, you'll figure everything out. Otherwise, there is nothing to talk about.
Do you think finding that Ark of yours is going to fix everything?
I do not. But if you have a better idea, then go ahead.
Yes, I do. We have to find a good place for people from Moscow, like Artyom always wanted.
Giving them all to the enemy? A grand idea. I say, we solve our problems before moving on to saving all Moscow. All right? How is it going, Artyom? Found it yet?
There's a whole world out here. A world where we could live.
So far, we only know one thing for sure. Radiation levels are nominal. The air is breathable. But what about the rain?
So what? You can't even breathe in Moscow.
So, does anybody live out here? We don't know. How will they treat us? I don't know that either. What would they do if they found out there are survivors in Moscow? Again, I don't know. Keep looking, Artyom. There's got to be a signal.
But we do know we've been lied to. For 20 years, we've been lied to. We know they've been killing people.
Collateral damage is inevitable in operations of such... Wait a moment, what was that?
Rally point location is code 1811.
Listen, everyone.
9. Area 18-5. I repeat. Proceed to the rally point. Rally point location is code 1811.
Where was that number supposed to...
Area
Got it.
18-5.
So
Only by
it is
standing
somewhere
together
around
shall we
here.
overcome
The
any and
Yamantau
all
Mountain.
obstacles.
So the route from here should go... like this. This is our goal.
So, is this what you had in mind?
Yes, this is it. The Ark project is a whole city underground. Enormous stores, machines, the best experts. It is the Commander General's HQ. All of the country's leaders are there. They have already started the restoration work.
Well,
We will tell them that Moscow is alive. It wasn't all for nothing. Everything will change. Everything. Do you get it? A new life is starting for all the survivors of the war.
By the way, are there any single women in that place?
Great reaction. So I think the moment calls for... Bring it out, Demir.
Bring what out, Colonel? Sir?
That thing that's been sloshing about in your canteen. Do you think I'm deaf or what?
That. Just a moment. I thought my ears were deceiving me.
It's not a short trip to the Urals, so we should make ourselves comfortable, I guess. Let's name this bucket of bolts at the very least, eh?
It's about time.
Let's go around and be done with it.
Nah, go to hell. Even better. Oh, come
How
on.
about Aurora? The Roman goddess of dawn and a cruiser of, you know what?
That's better.
Not bad. I like it.
Ah, beautiful name.
Sounds okay, but the cruiser of what?
I'll tell you later.
Looks like it's decided. Let's drink to
that's cool.
Hey, Artyom, let's take a look at that map.
All right, we had a round. That should be enough. Yermak, full steam ahead.
Aye. Full steam ahead.
Wow, that's some distance. I wonder how long it will take.
It's gonna be a journey, alright?
How are you, Alyosha?
I was expecting an arrow from a Cupid, but I got a bullet from an ugly motherfucker instead.
Artyom, what's done is done. Yes, I didn't stop you from going outside. Yes, I tried to talk you out of it. Yes, I didn't tell you you're not the only ones to survive. But even I didn't have the clearance. And not back then. This is a state secret. Do you understand? I've been granted clearance only after a fight to protect the D6. They said they needed me to teach their recruits because the war was still on. Don't you think I was shocked? What did our people in D6 die for? What did I lose my legs for? But I understood. Because the war was still on. Security was paramount. Our people would have understood. So please, do the same. You would have spilled the beans to everyone in Metro. You're a goddamn Prometheus, a messiah. You must lead the people out of the caves. Do you think you would have saved anyone? Remember that jammer? What if Moscow has been found out because of you? What if there are missiles inbound? Anyways, no matter what they think of me, I'm no deserter and will never become one. I'm ready to bear full responsibility for everything. But if there is even the smallest chance to earn my pardon, I will take it. Which means that we, like a runner that tripped, need to keep running ever faster just to keep balance. And don't dare you trip us all over again. Am I understood? I hope I am. Anyway, at least now we know where to run. So, go back inside and take a look at the map. Our route is pretty obvious now.
Fuck, Artyom smokes now?
You sure you're okay? Because I know you.
Just so you know, scars attract the ladies.
And there's definitely a lot of those up ahead.
I don't need a lot, really. It's quality that matters.
Hello there, Artyom. It seems to me, whether it was intended or not, that our colonel now has a goal to strive for because of you. We all remember the way you fought back in D6, so no matter what lies ahead, we're with you. You can count on us.
Yeah, yes. As for me, I'm running a little inventory check. Yeah, it is kind of cramped in here. I'm thinking of making something of a workbench.
So that's all the instruments we get, and everything else would be within arm's reach. With no workbench, you just lose small components. We'll use this place to work on the weapons. Cleaning, oiling, keep out of everybody's way, and keep them from messing with my stuff.
Nice.
Well, we'll have to take turns, of course, but we'll manage. So, if you find any weapons you'd like to keep, I'll store them for you here on the Aurora, and you can come back to exchange them. You'll get them back in their best shape ever. Don't you doubt. Boy, have I cleaned and oiled a lot of weapons in my life. Factory and homemade, too. Some of those were just amazing. So unusual. So, if you have any weapon-related questions, I'm your man. And weapons, they are like girls. They need attention.
Definitely.
You clean your weapon well, you oil it, you check the ammo. Because these dirty ammo caps do get rusty sometimes. But if you put your heart into it, the weapon never fails. Well, I'll just finish oiling this one, then start on another.
Beyond the capacity of the railways and condition has been exceptionally good. It's secured by providing a convenient way for the enemy to transport some agents. That's for aware, the railway is going down beyond acceptable state. It could lead to a complete halt of train movement along most of these lines in the nearest future, putting the defensibility of Moscow in grave danger by disrupting our lines of supply and reinforcing the transportation. Considering the aforementioned, I hereby request that all available maintenance crews are sent to work on repairing the most damaged section of the 15 core lines. These can derail the process of the lines around 101-kilometer mark to the center of Moscow, thus at the same time effectively denying any of the use of the railways leading to the city. Deputy Head of the Special Survey Committee, Bondarenko,
Well, hello there, Tom. You people could have called me up there to drink to Aurora. I still think Beelzebub was a better name. Well, help yourself. Because frankly speaking, I'm a bit tired here. The only good thing about this job is that you forget it's winter. If only you didn't have to pay for this comfort later, with your whole body aching. I heard that monotonous labor calms you. Well, it's not a lie. I do feel this calm, you see. Idiot says it's dynamic meditation. That philosopher doesn't come here to meditate too often, though.
yeah! Now this is a good game right here. It's like fucking Red Dead.
That's all? Okay, I'll take it from here.
Andrei Ivanovich, how long have you been working with those jammer people for?
About a year, I guess. At first, they got me to sign up by singing of my experience helping people. Told me about weather stations and muted migration observers. I was proud to be helping.
Look, Artyom, you should at least get some of that fresh air. No mask. This is what you've always dreamed about. I'm sorry I interrupted.
So, dear Moses, can you feel how sweet the air is without a mask? Or not just sweet, so many shades of taste it has. A weird feeling, eh, my friend? I remember you telling me how you took your mask off atop a Stankino tower. When you homed those missiles in on the dark ones, was the air bitter then? Who knows though? Had you not launched those missiles, you'd probably never have climbed that building or received that signal. Life is weird, huh? One random event drags another with it, like links in a chain. And you are pulling that chain out of a deep, dark well. The links emerge from the dark water. And what drink is in that bucket that's on the end of the chain? That's a mystery. That's what I often think about when facing a choice. You can't drop the chain either. You always have to drink from that bucket. Well, bottoms up, I suppose. So, how does it feel to be the Moses who yanked on this particular chain? Is it dumb to think about such things when all I ever did in life was carry out orders? Well, I'm not called idiot for nothing. Still, I would like to know what's on the end of your chain.
we can bring everyone out of Moscow.
It doesn't matter if there's radiation or not, Comrade American. The citizens of Moscow will have to stay put.
But why? We're just a short way from the city. And the radiation's gone.
Things might have been that easy in your America, but life has never been so easy here. Even now, we woke up saviors of the metro, and by lunchtime, we're enemy spies, saboteurs, train thieves. And what for? Something we thought was true turned out to be a lie. And that is enough for them to want us dead.
The Hansa bosses must have known that we could live up here. But the public didn't know that. Who'd want to stay down in the metro if we told them?
We cannot tell them. If they are ready to make mincemeat out of old ladies and kids to keep their secret, what do you think would they do to you, Uncle Sam? Huh? We can't go back. We can't use radio. Remember the jammers? And even if you pull a perfect Rambo and break through back into the metro, do you expect they'll all just believe you and go, yes, Moses, lead us out of this Egypt? Can you even imagine the death toll? Take your average station dwellers. Even if the Hansa guards didn't shoot them, how far would they get? Right to the nearest mutant den, most likely. We are safe here, speeding along on this Eastern Express. They are not as lucky. Not at all.
What if there was a proper evacuation?
And who would do that? Hansa's people? The ones that kept us under lock and key for 20 years? Or us too? Besides, getting the people out of Moscow is not the end of it. You have to settle them somewhere, provide food. No, brother. I do get where you're coming from, but this matter is way more complex than it seems.
I guess you're right. All this clean air went to my head. So, wait, does this mean the Colonel was in the know?
His rank does seem to suggest that. Besides, he led negotiations with Hansa. Where would we be without them after the D6 debacle? They gave us weapons and recruits to replenish our losses. We, on the other hand, our competence does not stretch beyond thinking cozy thoughts and keeping the fools in the metro from killing each other off. Remember, if not us, then who?
You are too smart for your own good, idiot.
No masks needed. The railroad runs through the whole country. As far as we want, I reckon. As for Yamantau, it's about 2,000 clicks away.
How far can we get with the fuel we have? What's this machine's mileage?
Ah, that. Yeah, it certainly is a coal guzzler, this thing. But then again, there should be coal stores at every station. And if we don't find any, we could still burn firewood.
Then, about 2 months ago, they loaded a bunch of people onto my Aurora. The guards took them outside and came back alone. Told me they took the people to a nearby station, but I knew it had caved in years ago. A few days later, I was coming back from a run, stopped the train, went and found those people. Soon they understood I saw that ravine. Fed me the usual lies about the spies and whatnot.
Did you believe them?
Well, it sure seems safer to believe. But then, I just couldn't keep the charade up. Then the security officer told me straight. Whoever you speak to dies. The whole station dies with him if need be. So, that's how it went. But when I saw you, and then Artyom, I knew I wasn't alone anymore. You can't just keep these things in.
Now I understand why you helped us back then. Thank you.
Don't mention it. God willing, it won't end up being done in vain.
Yes. Have you ever taken a train beyond city borders?
No. Didn't get a chance to go. used to be a metro train engineer. I worked on the ring line. Ha! What a bore that was. Going round and round all day, round and round. And no real distance either. It used to take less than 30 minutes to make the lap. So I kept dreaming about how good it would be to just leave the metro and work on a real railroad. And travel around Russia. Not to run in circles like a rat in a maze. My wife wouldn't let me. We had kids, too. When I'd start going on about the railroad, about my dream, she'd stop sleeping with me for months in protest. Yes. But when Moscow got hit, my Tatiana and little Sashenka were at home. I was working that day. Irishka was waiting for me in the metro, returning from cram school. So we survived together that day. But in the end, I lost her too. TB. You know how it goes. So I'm driving here and talking to Tatiana in my head. See, I say, you couldn't stop me for good after all. Here I am, on a real railroad. A real engineer. Tanyusha. I'm sorry I got so emotional there.
Oh, it's my fault. I'm really sorry. And thank you for telling me.
Hey, Artyom.
So, how did you like that fresh air? Out of this world, isn't it?
Well, they're just mine. Will you scan me air for some?
Attention!
Shit.
See, I told you. As if there would be any. Would you listen to that? Actual music.
that excellent tune over. Your tried and true host, Max Golovnia, is back in action. You're listening to the first radio, currently doubling as the only one in our area. That automatically makes us the best, I suppose. What's next on our program today? Ah yes, it's what you've all been expecting. The weather, as one would expect of early spring. We're currently seeing some southeastern gusty winds. And as it's been the case for the past 20 years, these winds are bringing, drum roll? No, not pleasant smells and good mood, but radioactive dust from the Moscow wasteland. So, if you're going out, it would be a good idea to dress according to the weather. A gas mask or full protective gear makes for a nice choice. If you decide to be risky, within a mere hour you could catch a cold in something around 2 by 4.5, around 70 or so microsieverts, which is nothing to sneeze at in my book. So, I urge you to exercise precaution, my dear listeners. Of course, if any of you are still tuned in after hearing such groundbreaking scientific insights. As for the rest of Russia, all we know is that for the most part it still exists. There are also people living in some places, apparently. As you have probably already surmised, my dear listeners, the bread of a weatherman is especially hard and salty with sweat and tears nowadays. For communications leave a lot to be desired. Still, there are some causes for a cautious optimism here. 15 years ago, there was nothing on the air. Nothing as in zip, nada. And now, there are stations popping up in places you'd never believe. I mean, 2 days ago, we received a transmission from the freaking Faroe Islands, for Christ's sake. And I'm not even lying. Now, who wants to touch me? In any case, the moral here is that there's still life on our old Earth. And it looks like we're going to stay here for a while longer after all. But let's wrap up this sidetrack and get back to weather. I completely neglected to report the most important piece of information I had in that regard. The one you're all so eager to know. So here goes nothing. The thermometer outside the studio's window currently says it's 6 degrees below zero, which is an outright luxury for a vision full of junk, all things considered. It seems that the nuclear spring that's been hinted at since forever by every optimistically inclined forecast enthusiast out there has finally arrived. Incidentally, something else has just arrived too. It's time for an old record I have here. Oh, that was marvelous. It always gets me, that record. And we are continuing with our program. This is the first radio, and your host is, as always, Max Golovnia. I hope this song I just played reached the members of the expedition that set out to explore the Moscow wasteland and went off the air just over a week ago. I, for one, would like to believe there's something wrong with the transmitter. Look, we're all worried, but in any case, hoping for the better is the most constructive thing we can do right now. Panicking is definitely not going to help anyone. We're also not going to help anyone by setting out to rescue them, risking our lives in addition to theirs without proper preparation. Besides, my dear listeners, it looks like we are already late for Moscow. That shipping sailed about 20 years ago. I may be wrong, of course. You know how I am with dates. Actually, contrary to popular belief, it seems to me that the place wasn't that great even before the war. It might have actually gotten a bit better. At least it's quiet now. Yes, in any case, you shouldn't go risking your life. So let us heed the council's warning and do as we're advised. Let us not go there, neither alone nor in groups. Let us not go there at all. No driving there either. I'd even advise against approaching the place, because nobody knows what is going on there. It is highly doubtful that anyone would survive there. And even if someone did, don't really think their life would be anything like life. At least judging by the sheer amount of radioactive shit the winds are still bringing from there. Yes, you see, I just took a glance at my watch. It is almost time we had a break in our broadcast to recharge the batteries. I don't really like
You still holding on to life?
No, so...
I'm done for, my friend. But at least I died protecting my friends.
Shut up, you fool.
By the way, Uncle Sam, your command of Russian is quite good. Another 40 years or so, and you'd go completely native. Isn't it confusing now, though? If your California is still around, you became a Russian for nothing. By the way, if we meet the occupying forces, whose side will you be on, Sam? Ours or theirs?
Not funny. But if the war is still not over, does that make us enemies?
Nah, that's not what I meant. The colonel told me to stop smoking shroom, but isn't a pipe of peace an exception, eh?
I wish we could smoke one in California, my man. That would be so much fun.
Oh, damn. Hey, do you miss home?
I don't know. Really, I got used to it. But now I learned my folks might be alive, and I'm in a daze.
I see. What I meant was, even though you're an American, you're our man.
I'm a Spartan, Alyosha. Now and forever. You're a Spartan too. This is what we are now. I wonder what they'd think of me at this Supreme HQ, though.
Drop it. We'll all stand with you, like with Anna and Artyom, like when the colonel protected you from that crowd.
Yeah, there were women and old guys and kids. They all wanted it. I didn't want to exist, even though I was younger and stronger back then.
Sam, the war was really on back then. Your missiles had only just fallen on us, just like ours on your home. So forget that shit about the HQ. You're a Spartan, one of us. That's it.
Thank you, Colonel. see San Diego, though. Even in a dream.
There's this little whorehouse on its Trent Boulevard station I'd like to see. Even if it was just in a dream. Look, I'll catch some shut-eye if you don't mind.
Of course. Get some sleep.
Yeah. Besides, in a dream, it's definitely cheaper.
After all those years in the underground, the air of the surface seemed incredibly fresh, intoxicating. But that was not what had caused the crew's euphoria. Our journey finally got a definite purpose provided by the transmission from the government bunker in the Urals. For 20 years we thought that neither the government nor military high command had survived. Turns out they're still around. Where were they while we were eating each other alive in the metro? We'll have a lot of questions for them once we reach Yamantau, if we reach it. The ruins of our country are under enemy control, according to Miller, and we'll have to fight through to our goal. A small team against the occupation armies? What are the chances that we'll succeed? That we'll get some answers?
Froze anything off yet, darling? Here, let's warm you up a little bit. So, what do you think our chances of getting to Yamantau alive are? It's the only thing on my father's mind. How to earn his forgiveness, get back to Metro and his old life, the life you had always been running from. And to think, I never believed you. And now I'm looking at this fog, thinking it could actually be hiding our new life from us. By the way, we should be approaching the bridge soon. Damn it! A campfire! People! There are people there! Hit the brakes!
Shots fired! 4 bogies on a trolley!
All hands, report to the bridge, on the double.
Artyom, you should probably get to the bridge!
Are you alright, Artyom?
They pierced the cylinder! How bad is it? Can we move? No, we're stuck! Oh, shit!
Damn frog. Seems we ran through someone's roadblock.
Who was it? Any uniforms?
None. They were wearing rags.
Just some old farts.
Old farts, huh? That's just the perimeter guard. They could have put anyone there, even women and children.
Do you really think we found them, Colonel?
Well, we can't be sure. I was expecting to run into them much earlier. The trolley is headed towards the bridge. Some fortifications there. This looks peaceful. A village and a church on the water. We need intel. Here, Artyom. I put a mark on your map. Get there and find out what you can about that bridge. Taking a prisoner would be ideal. Anna, you cover him.
Yes, sir.
May I go with Artyom too? As backup?
No. Until we figure out our situation, you are not to take a step away from the Aurora. These two can handle themselves just fine. Yermak, when can you get the Aurora running again?
I don't know yet. Gonna check on that cylinder, but a full day at least.
I see. Get to it then.
Let's go, Artyom.
Spartans, let's prepare the Aurora for a defensive action. Stepan, Damir, get the perimeter.
Yes, sir.
Duke, I need you to recon the immediate area.
Got that, sir.
Idiot, you give him cover from the Aurora.
Yes, sir.
Sam and Alyosha, stay in reserve.
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool.